Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Welcome to Chris is Talking, and this is my weekly anime review for Boku no Hero Academia, and this is for episode 8. And guys, this is an amazing episode because it literally concluded the fight between Deku and Bakugo from episode 7, and Bakugo's mindset and how he felt after losing. And even though Bakugo never really spoke much in this episode, even though it was basically Bakugo's episode, it really showcased exactly how Bakugo felt. And I think that this is one of the best ways to show characterization within a character, especially somebody who's batshit crazy like Bakugo. And at the end of the episode, when Izuku's trying to explain to him exactly like what was going on and all like releasing his heart, which I thought was proper weird. Even I was like, what's he doing? And even he ends up saying like, why am I telling him all of this? But it got to show that even though they have that weird thing against each other, Bakugo now looks up to, or acknowledges Izuku as an equal. He now tells him, I will win the next one. So he's not, I thought he was going to be extremely salty, and he was right at the beginning, but when he saw that Izuku actually use his brains, and he wasn't just using his brains, he was stronger than him, he was smarter than him in the whole situation. And after watching everyone else's versus tournament, he also realized that he wouldn't have been able to fight against the other top people like the half fire half ice guy. And what would he have done in that situation? Because he can't just go in all fist blazing for no bloody reason. Other things I really liked about this episode is it showed you a bit into everyone else's versus fights, and it didn't do it too long. It didn't focus too much on everyone, and it was literally panel for panel exactly how it was in a manga, which is really good because sometimes you don't really want to spend too much time on certain fights with people who really won't have that much to do with the story. And I'm a manga reader, so I know exactly where it's going in the future, and trust me guys, you're not missing out from too much, because as the story goes on, you will have more time with specific and individual characters later on in the story. But because anime is going to be around 12 or 13 episodes maximum for this one season, how they've done it is beautiful, and it's literally panel for panel, so it's not like if they're done it any slower or any faster. I also thought that the flashback in the beginning was pretty cool. It didn't use too much, and I thought that was nice because it let you really ease into the fight scene, the end of the fight, and really got you into the mindset of, okay, this is what Bakugo's thinking, okay, how is he going to feel? It was really thinking about, not thinking, but worrying about Bakugo and wondering how he's going to react to all of this. And this just showcased through all the other teachers and All Might as well. All Might himself was thinking, damn, what am I supposed to say to this kid? I don't have time to be lecturing him, because he was deflating. So he was running fast as fuck, and all the other students are thinking, oh, where's All Might going? But he was actually just running away because he was about to deflate. And another thing I thought was really cool is when All Might told us that there was some secrecy to his powers and not everybody knows about his quirk. And the only people who do know about it are his friends, family, Izuku, and only a handful of teachers in UA. So this is something that I think is really interesting, because it shows that he doesn't trust the teachers in the school 100%. And obviously, even though he's a symbol of peace and he's really powerful, he still has his own secrets. And the nurse even ends up asking him, but is being the symbol of peace and being the natural born hero that important? And personally, I think this is going to be a situation, or one of those questions that he'll end up asking himself, or even the viewers will end up asking themselves as this series goes on. And no spoilers, but it's going to be a really good one. So overall, this was a really good episode. Literally, I'm going to say a 9, if not 9.5 out of 10, because it shows Bakugo's growth compared to how he was in the first 7 episodes up until this episode, and how his mindset has changed. And hopefully, I know what's going to happen, but hopefully, I can't wait to see how it's translated onto the big screen. Big screen being how big your screen is. I'm watching it on my girlfriend's TV, so it's not really that big of a screen, but it's on the screen, so fuck it, I'm waffling. So yeah, hopefully I can't wait for it to be translated onto the screen, and we get to see how all of this is all panned out. Bakugo is literally, he's becoming a really good character. Ida is funny as fuck still. I think he's going to have a slight crush on that girl who was saying that he's the MVP. And All Might was like, what the hell was she talking about? She said way too much. So that's really cool. A lot more characterization. Great boy being the perv that he is. What the hell, that was too much. There was an invisible girl, and when she went against the half ice half fire guy, and she was thinking, how are they gonna go against somebody who's invisible? Obviously the ice was surrounded and he knew by her footsteps. That was great. I do feel like this is panel for panel, so this is something that could have been done in the manga. Obviously this was in the earlier chapters, that there could have been a bit more characterization in some of the characters who are fighting, but it doesn't matter too much. And this is more towards the losers, because we never saw why they lost really. Like the guy who was with the invisible girl, we never really got to see his quirk. We know that if he took a step forward, his bottom of his skin of his feet would be ripped off. So it's like, okay, that's kind of disgusting, but what can you do? Small gripes, doesn't really matter, but this episode is fantastic. I really can't wait for the next few episodes. And guys, if you watched the end of the episodes after the credits, you would have seen a little clip of next week, and it wasn't even like next week. I feel like it was still part of this, because it showed you a potential bad guy and the title of next week about the villains and everything and what's going to happen with Deku. Amazeballs, I'm really excited. You guys should be too, because you're going to start being introduced to some amazing characters, and you would have seen that guy with the hands and all over the place. Some fucked up shit's going to start happening, and you understand why Boku no Hero Academia is greatness. On that note, I'll give this episode a 9.5, a strong 9.5, a 9 or 9.5, because characterization, plot, progression, literally from All Might, Deku, BAKUGO, to seeing more with the characters. Yeah, this is just really amazing. So on that note, if you do like this review, like, share, subscribe, as you know what to do. And once again, my subscribers are going up, so you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow my Twitter, check my Instagram, and all the other information which is down below in the description box. And see you guys soon. Remember, Chris is talking. Peace.